Hello, welcome to Baseball World. We're just watching a relegation game between the Reformers and the Clusters. The teams that have been promoted were the Riders from Middle Earth North winning the division, so they'll have 27 home games and 21 visiting in the promotion pools. The Dwarfs came in second, and they will be 21 and 27 home to away. In Middle Earth South, the Goblins won, so they'll be 27 and 21. And the Spiders came in second, 21 and 27. In the Physics Quantum Division, the Photons and Zeds tied, so they will both be able to play 24 home and 24 away. In the Cosmic Division of Physics, the Redshifts won that division, so they'll be 27 and 21, and the Strange 21 and 27. In this relegation play, each team will play the teams in the other division a 3 and 3. So there's 8 teams left. So they'll play all 8 of those teams 3 and 3. So there'll be a 48 game with them as well. And again, the winners of the promotion league or the Champions League will get to have the first pick in the draft, and they'll also be able to protect more players in the draft, and that will go on with all the teams that made champions. And the winner in the relegation league will obviously get a little bit of a boost as they go on from there. So this first game is almost over, and we'll begin Champions League play in just a moment. The first game will be between the Zeds, and they will be visiting the Goblins. The Zeds had a 62 and 46 record, and the Goblins were 58 and 50. However, the Goblins will have, because they won their division, will have 27 home games and 21. The Zeds and the Photons will both have 24. So this first game is over, and we'll start with the Zeds versus the Goblins in just a moment. And here we go. What you may hear in the background is my sports craving being won by, I'm watching the golf tournament in Memphis, so you may hear some of that in the background. Andy Van Slyke leading off at 291 for the year. Had a very, very good year thus far. Looks like they scratched one in the first 2. Still hitting, and we're all with 2 outs. Good inning by the Zeds. They go up 4-0. And Goblins go up and down in order. Second time through. Nothing going. The Goblins go down in order again in the second. So nothing happening for the Goblins. But again, in this game, a lot can happen fast. The Zeds got 2 on, did not scratch one across. And through 3, Dazzy Vance has a very good game going. Ralph Kiner just hit his 44th dinger of the year, and followed by Harry Hellman, who hit his 33rd. And they got 2 on in the bottom of the 4th, but nothing going. Stanley Pata singled and went to second on an error, and that is opening it up for the Zeds, who take now a 9-0 lead. There's the first hit of the game by Billy Herman, and then a double by Ray Dandridge, but nothing gets scratched aboard. Top of 6 quickly for the Zeds. There's another single, and a double by Jack Clark scores their first run, so 9-1, but not much happened. Jack Clark's had a good year for the Goblins. Threatening again in the top, and they do scratch 2 more, so they've jumped up to 11-1 lead. Just playing it out. You see an error. There's been 3 errors so far in this game. I think that's one of the things we'll change for next year. I think I overplayed that. So we'll use the defensive ratings a little bit differently next year. Grab with just 1 yard. It has had a pretty good year. Into the 9th, it looks like the Zeds will hold on to this. Helen goes 2 for 4. And 1 out left. And that's it, as the Zeds take a 12-2 win against the Goblins. In the next game, the Spiders, in the next game, the Dwarves will be facing off against the Red Chest. The Red Chest won their division, and the Dwarves had a very fine record, 64-44 in their division. However, they didn't win their division, and so therefore they will only have 21 home games. Red Chest finished 63-45. 2 good ball clubs here. Dwarves hitting 270. Red Chest hitting 277 for the year. And a 2-run dinger by Chipper Jones is 31st. Again, has had a solid year. In 283. Now there's not enough double plays in this game, I think, with all the base runners. So I think I made the defenses a little bit worse than they need to be. So that'll be changed in year 2. The defensive ratings will stay the same. I think what happens with each will change. Now there we go. Jeff Kent just hit a 3-run bomb. And they're back in this ball game. And now they are most definitely in. Frank Thomas hits a 3-run bomb as the Red Shifts put 6 up in the bottom of the 2nd. And there's a 2-run dinger by Fred McGriff, his 2nd of the game. He had 18 on the year. That was his 19th and 20th in this game. Reggie Jackson's played well, hitting 287 for the year. I'll do a count of the total number of fielder's choices. I would bet fielder's choice, which would be ground ball, that could turn into a double play. I'm guessing that's about, there's 3/4 or more of those in double plays. I think that ratio should be closer to 50% with the fielders that you have. I wanted to make sure errors and defense were important. I just overemphasized poor defense over better defense. It's a pretty good ball game. 7-6 going into the 7th. Both starting pitchers are out of the game now. And there's another 2-run dinger. Frank Thomas, who's hit a bunch of home runs, but has not hit very well this year. Which is up 9-8. We'll just have to get 3 more outs. And again, another error. And there's the double play. Joe Nathan in for the he'll get a save out of this one. And finishes it. Alright, this next game, we've got the Spiders, who led the league in hitting, playing against their same league from the Riders. But however, they were 4-4 against each other in the season. Riders 4 has been amongst the league leaders in hitting. Cy Seymour gets the Riders on top. The Riders easily the best record in the league. They took the last week or so off for the division, but finished 66-42. Spiders are 56-52. But the Spiders can put runs on the board. League leading 285. And they just put 4 on the board. But they tend to not play or pitch very well. 6-2. Cy Seymour has the two biggest wins for the cycle, a double and a triple. However, they do not score. So he got thrown out of the plate. Ground ball by Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson has not hit well. If his bat picks up, he could carry the Riders this last 48 games. However, he's 0 for 2 today. Cy Seymour's 3/4 of the way to a cycle. Just missing the double. And Aaron's been controlled twice with strikeouts. Oh boy, just got caught stealing. So let's see if they can get something going. They need to go soon. There's 2 base hits. So I see more another 4 for 4. Did not get the double, and there's Josh Gibson wrapping into double play to get out of it. The Riders have out-hit the Spiders 10 to 7, but they have not been able to put runs on the board. Left 7. Parker grounds out down to the last out, and the Spiders do it. Spiders take care of the Riders. 4-2 in the last of the Champion League games. We'll see the Photons, who finished at 62 and 46, visiting the Strings. They did play each other, who were 59 and 49. They did play each other. The Strings actually had a better record, 5-3. 5-3 against the Photons in the opposite division. They played each other, their teams in their own division 12 times and teams in the other 8 times. So here we go. Strings versus the Photons. The Photons, Joe DiMaggio got a little bit hot, but his average is still only .234 for the year. The Strings were hampered by injuries much of the year. Lost multiple pitchers starting. There's a home run by Joe D. He has put the ball out of play. That's his 29th. But the Strings answer back. We're going to 1-1 game. We've seen his 12-3 for the year, but he's given up 2 runs early. Blag Romero's just coming back from injury. He was out 21 games. But David Wright came in and played very well in his absence. David Wright ended up hitting .281. 2-1 ball game. Not much happened. Ted Williams, it's his 36th. Makes it a 3-1 game. Joe DiMaggio singles, goes third on the double by Guerrero, but bases loaded, and Davey Lope singles one of them in, and then Toby Hurrah singles 2 in as the Photons take a 5-3 lead, and they're still not out of it. And DiMaggio strikes out in the inning, 6-3 for the Photons. Seven to 3, 2-base error. Pete Guerrero leading the inning off. Of course, that run comes back to haunt them. Lopes gets caught and it's in the inning, so Hurrah will lead off the top of the 8th. The single. He's had a good game, 2 for 4. J.D. Drew goes yard. Down to their last 3 outs in a 7-5 ball game. The Photons have blown some leads, so let's see if they'll hold it here. What they do fairly easily. So there you go. There's the 4 games in the Champions League. We will try to broadcast each one of these and keep you abreast of what's going on. The rest of the games today will be relegation games, and so that will be it. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you again next time. If you like us, hit like and consider subscribing.